Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. Today I'm with a very special guest, the one and only Greg Cypher.
Yes. What up? That's me.
There we go, man. You're a legend, man.
Oh shit! I'm a legend.
Yes, you are.
Oh yo. Oh, that feels okay. Yeah. I'm a legend. Oh wow. Yes.
Dude, my first, he was probably my third interview was Bryce Bowden. And he's like, before I started my podcast, I knew nothing about this. I didn't even know there was a Seattle music scene.
Okay. Wait. Real quick. My bad. I have a habit of doing this.
No worries.
I asked the interviewer questions. So wait. Where are you from initially?
I grew up on Mercer Island.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you're from Seattle, dog. No, you're from out here. Don't run away from it. Okay. But anyways, okay. So, but you got into the hip hop scene recently.
Yeah. So it's been like about a year and a half, close to 2 years, and
Okay.
I knew Macklemore. You know,
Okay.
I didn't even know Little Mosey. I didn't even know who Little Mosey was when people were saying Little
all of
Mosey.
us.
Yeah, right. And basically, my third interview was with Bryce Bowden. I just happened to go to what's the name of that sneaker store he was part
Oh,
of?
the Cool.
The Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I just happened to go there, and he was talking to a customer, and he handed out a CD, and I was like, oh shit. Here's my chance to get a rapper on the podcast.
Yeah.
Reached out to him, got a CD, and we set up an interview at the station. And that was literally like one of my first interviews, and I've been close to them ever since.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. Like we like literally grew up next door to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like that's my guy. When we were doing Kung Fu Grip like early on, he was like right there with us, man. You know what I'm saying? He'd be rolling with us to shows. We're doing shows on the east side, we're doing shows. We're like, man, doing hella music, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's been the bro. We're all in the same crew, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that's dope. That's dope. You got him on the pod, bro, because he definitely needs more shine. He's one of the illest, I think, underrated spitters out here for sure.
God, very underrated. I've had Trey on the podcast.
Yeah, that's all. Honestly, I'm like, I'm not probably like, with the exception of, I was listening to the podcast today because I had to like, do a little bit of research, but man, yeah. So you're a young brother. You're 20.
Yeah,
You're 20.
20.
See, I'm trash because I'm 29, but I'm like, oh, you're a young brother. So like old ass man, but yeah, like. Outside of, I would say like my cutoff is probably like 25 at this point in the Seattle rap scene. So like, yeah, like I probably know 95% of the scene if you're like 25 and older. But if you're like 22 and below, I might not know you. And that's because, we just didn't have the same entry point, and the things we had to go through a lot different.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. And I think what's important for my podcast is to get anyone and everyone on the podcast, no matter how old or how young they are.
Yeah, I got put on to Moondrop through you. I was
Wow.
like, I've never even heard of this brother. He's nice.
Hell yeah. And dude, you guys rep 96 to infinity.
Yeah, 96 is the squad. Yeah, man, that's the crew.
I've had Dell on, who's part of Souls.
Oh shit, yeah.
Associated with Souls of Mischief and all that.
Yeah. Man, Dell is
my favorite interview I've had.
Man, he is he's a fucking legend. But yeah, I you know what I'm saying? That's that whole like era is really what I'm inspired by currently.
Yeah.
So like Dell, especially early Dell, like Souls of Mischief, Far Side, you know what I'm saying? Freestyle Fellowship, Murs, Living Legends and shit like that. Like that was stuff that when I was coming up, like that was really popular underground shit. Like that was like monumental, crucial. You have to listen to this type of music.
Yeah.
But it was West Coast. So it like, I had East Coast tendencies, these were artists that were rapping, but they were also, it still had like ill swing. It was still West Coast shit, you know what I'm saying? Razzcast.
Yes. I've had him on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. JMO Gang. I saw you interview them. Right, yeah. So yeah, man, those guys are I feel like I'm very much in the tradition of, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
For sure.
And I feel like there's just, of course, the new generation of rappers, they think someone like a J. Cole's an old head. And realistically, he's not even old at all.
I mean, yeah, man. I think it's been interesting because the game has You know, we're at like what, the 50-year mark or something like that. Like
Wow.
hip hop started at 73. It's
Clap
20.
your hands, everybody.
If you got what it takes. But yeah, man. Even our like elders, like I just seen Melly Mel on Vlad TV.
Yeah.
And he's like probably like 60.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? All you like ageism in hip hop, like that's going out the door every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think especially now, it's just really about, you know, I think individual artists, you know, West Side Gun and like all those guys, like they're all older, all in their 30s.
Yeah. That's what's crazy.
Even some of the cats that when I was younger, like when I was first entering the scene, a lot of the people that were blowing up were like 27, 28,
Yeah.
29. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really it's just about being unique and being yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I think in making dope shit, people are gonna always flock to that no matter what. You know.
For sure. So I'm confused. I've talked to Bryce. Is Kung Fu Grip still a thing?
It's not a thing right now.
Ah.
Not right now. It's a thing in the sense that Fish is still like my best friend, and like we talk like every day, and we still make music together sometimes. But like I think our friendship right now is better without it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's
shit.
like it's cool. It's like I like just talking rap like how we're talking right now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? As opposed to like having pressure to go like get in the studio and like make something. You know what I'm saying? Being in a group is really hard. It's like there's so much compromise and shit. You gotta, you know what I mean? And me and him put everything into it for 10 years.
Jeez.
For over 10 years, you know, since we were 16. And it's like, just get to a point where it's like, all right, like, you know, what are we doing?
But you're ready to release your own shit. You have been releasing your own shit.
I've been releasing my shit, yeah. I guess because I'm, and not to say anything about Fish or where he's at. I don't want to comment on, you know, where he's at artistically. But you know, for me, I'm still hungry. You know what I'm saying? But also, I think, you know, if you listen to 2KFG, and I mean, if you know, for any listeners out there who have, you know, followed our whole trajectory, like we kind of went from being Cypher rappers, backpack kind of, you know, to being like more like modern, like we started doing like cloud rap and infusing it with the Cypher rap.
Mm-hmm.
And
including singing even.
Yeah. And we were doing a lot of, so like I feel like we were a little bit ahead of our time. But as the game has shifted, it was like I felt like we were trying to keep up with this new era, and as soon as I feel like I'm forcing it, like I had to be like, I need to do what feels easy. You know what I'm saying? Not like, I'm like pressing myself to make this type of trendy song because I need to. And Fish is such a talented rapper. I think he could do really any style. I can too, but I feel like I feel better in this pocket. I feel like that's really who I am. You know what I'm saying? Always have been.
Do you think it's like a starting over in a sense? You still have your reputation though.
I have my reputation here, but I'm literally starting over.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been really hard, especially with COVID too, man. It's like, I mean, and I've been kind of playing the back because I just been going through hella personal shit too. But yeah, with COVID, like my whole album, like Homebase, kind of got totally swept under the rug when it first dropped. Like it was like COVID, and then George Floyd, like right the same week I dropped Homebase.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a shit right now. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it's been cool. It's been kind of a blessing because people have been tapping in like over time, and I think it's like people have been paying attention and like I've heard it and been like, this is great. And I've gotten some like, you know, really dope co-signs, people who I fuck with. But yeah, man, I'm just literally starting over, and it's been dope to be able to do that because I just, like I said, I get to create it now. I get to just, you know, like I said, but it's starting from scratch is fucking hard.
Dude, it's almost like, I'm gonna be honest. This is I don't even know if I should be saying this, but when I set up my interview with you,
yeah,
I wasn't even I didn't realize until like I texted Bryce. I didn't realize until like 3 days before the interview that you were part of Kung Fu Grip.
Oh wow!
I wasn't even thinking of you as Kung Fu Grip. I was just like, oh, this is a dope artist. I love the album. I actually found you through your solo music when you released your song with you're on Nobi's.
On Nobi's project, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And man, shout out to that brother. To me, like Nobi, like man, there's like a short list of MCs I really rock with from the town. That brother right there is next level. Incredible, man. But yeah, that's dope. That's cool. And I think, that's kind of our fault too, cuz when we did 2KFG, like we kind of went into a period where we were Kung Fu Grip was like, okay, we are established and we have all this like past work, and for some reason we thought it was smart to like take all our old shit down and like just here's this new picture, thinking that we were gonna build on that picture, and the picture was complete. It was like done. It like didn't need to go any further. But for people who are just like entering whatever's going on, is like they don't know nothing about that
Wow.
past shit. Like you know what I mean? It's almost like the 10 years of Seattle rap that I was doing. It's almost like non-existent right
Holy
now.
shit.
Yeah. And then also just I'm a like, people know me by like my hair and like my like aesthetic, I guess. And my aesthetic changed so much over the years. And now I'm just like back. Like I was doing the dyed hair shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing the ripped jeans and I was doing like all this. And the next thing you know, I'm like back to being just like, yo, I'm being regular, bro. Like, I have no desire to impress you people anymore. And yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, like you don't know who this is. Like who is this just random? Like, that's what I want. Yeah, like.
Do you think it's time to start more collaborating then, or what do you think?
Oh
How
no,
do you build
I'm
off
very
of this?
collaborative. I'm very collaborative. Like that's the thing is, so post KFG, I did Shorty Fresco. So I don't know if you checked that out. Shorty Fresco is a group I was in with Jamel Moxie and Grime Shine, and that was like boom bap, but it was like soul boom bap shit. Like we were singing a lot on there. It was a lot more soul oriented, neo soul oriented. And then I did my solo tape, and I'm just like, I'm always been scared to be by myself. Like, I think that's always been like something that was jacked up for me. It was like, I always been in groups, always since the beginning I was rapping. And I finally got to a point where I was like, you know what? Nah, like, I could do this. I could do this. But I didn't want to do it. I still didn't want to do it by myself. Like, I was like, yo, it's going to feel better if I'm collaborative with the community, you know what I'm saying? Or with the people who I looked up to when I was still rocking tracks I wanted to always make with certain people. So like, for example, like Rick Rude, aka Rick Reams from Fresh Espresso. Like he was one cat who like I've always wanted to work with. Like I always looked up to him. He was like a huge mentor for me. And the homie Aaron King, and like now it's like a full like, and Def D, you know what I'm saying? Def D is like been my friend for almost as long as I've known Fish, like 12, almost 10 years, you know what I'm saying? So it was just tapping back in. But I feel like I still feel that same way. Like I'm scared to just, you'll probably never hear a full album of just like I'll never do a J. Cole style album where I'm just like, yo, you get 12 songs and it's just me.
But maybe you need to do that. Think about it.
No, I don't think so. Because that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like rap has all these fake like pressures,
right?
And it's like, man, bump all like. No, I'm not subscribing to any of that. Like, I'm just gonna make the music I want to make with the people I want to make it with. You know what I'm saying? So it's never ever just on me. It is never gonna be. It can't be on me. It's like it's got to be about this community. It's got to be about the people who are there supplying it. I can't supply all the juice. Like I try, but I like sometimes I need my homie to come in, substances or not. Like I need your energy here to just feed me and be like, okay, cool, now I can. And if you just happen to be on the track, awesome. You know what I'm saying? But collaboration is huge. Like Sam LaChow is a big inspiration for me like that. Like he's a master of that. Like he's a master of bringing like all these
you guys have a
artists
song
together.
With, the Kung Fu Grip has a song with.
Yeah, we were on the first Young Seattle.
Yes.
Yeah, man. But he's always been great for that. So I always looked up to that and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, I think my whole thing was like I give myself like a 5-year plan of doing the podcast and like reevaluate. But I'm always like reevaluating. Like I've already within the first year, I already had like rebranded the podcast.
Yeah.
And my first 3 episodes of the podcast, I had like a partner in crime or co-host. And I realized I'm the one doing everything, right? I feel like I see what personally everyone in a sense needs some type of crutch, but once they get rid of that crutch, they grow immensely. Do you feel that, not in a negative way, that Kung Fu Grip was maybe a crutch for you and this is like a fresh start and like it's like refreshing?
I wish Kung Fu Grip was. Oh no, I wish. No, I think at some points it was a crutch for both of us. But I think more than anything, Kung Fu Grip was a fucking fireball. Like it was like, yo, bro, like real high thrill ride. Like we were coming at you full speed. Like it should have been like continuing forward. You know what I'm saying? It's the first time I'm saying this shit on record. It's like, yo, like it should have been. Like I have visions of Kung Fu Grip being a group. Like like hip hop don't want groups no more. They hate seeing like groups of black people together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like when we first came in the game, I listened to your Jarv D interview. Yo, Jarv D literally broke it down. If y'all go back and listen to that Jarv D episode, okay? Jarv D breaks down how the scene was. And when we first came in the scene, bro, it was like everyone was unique and everyone was, it was like a lot of groups, a lot of people together. And slowly but surely, it's like same thing with hip hop. It's like, man, when you first come in the game, you got like nothing but groups. Run DMC, yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? This group, Boogie Down Productions, you know, all these groups, Wu-Tang. And then now it's like, it's not even popular. Like, it's not a thing. It's not cool to be in a group, really. So I always had this vision of Kung Fu Grip being this group that would last the test of time, like continue to go. And that's why I say right now, like, nothing's happening right now. We on hiatus. We're on hiatus. Because that's my bro. We're on hiatus. Something might come soon. You know, I personally would love to get to a point where like people are just like, we need the tape. Like, please, we're not gonna ask you guys anymore. We have raised money or something. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to see a new Kung Fu Grip album. If the fans demand it, cool. You know, it's kind of hard to take out the fish and be like, yo, dog, like people are, you know, it's like we gotta do the tape, you know. But yeah, man, I think that should have been his own thing. So with me, now it's just like I said, now I'm just kind of like, I just changed the energy. Like instead of it being like, it's like, okay, it's like, okay, you have a Marshawn Lynch, right? Like you're the Seahawks, you have a Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch retires, so you go get like a Chris Carson and you go get like another cat and you kind of have a running back by committee. So it's kind of like that for me. Like I have a committee and I have people who like fill in spots that, you know what I'm saying, I'm weak at. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying? I just do what I'm good at. Right. I let other people do what they're good at and showcase them. You know what I'm saying? But it's still my vision. So that's what's different. It's like I'm not compromising the vision. And that's what happened with Kung Fu. Is like we got 2 different visions of how we want to approach this, dog. And then with our manager, it was like 3 different, you know, and it's too chaotic. Everybody's doing too much. So yeah, to answer that, help me answer that question.
It's the next chapter, man. That's what all it is.
I mean, dude, and that's the thing is like, I had so many groups that I loved, you know, coming into this shit, like, you know, fucking The Satisfaction, man, and like Fresh Espresso and Metal Chocolates and Hella Dope and Kingdom Crumbs and more gang. It's like the list goes on and on and on and on. And you know, it's like groups break up, man. Like, and I'm not saying we were broken up, but you know, it's like this is what happens. You know, I had to accept that. I just wanted to get to a point in an artist where, as an artist, where I just don't give a fuck anymore. You know, I just like I don't care. I care so much. I don't care. Like I'm just like I just want to make awesome shit that I like, and that was kind of where it was kind of an impasse. Like I like one song, you don't like this song. You like this song, I don't like that song. You know, it's just like, man, just go make, you know, let's go make a music.
The craziest part about music nowadays, and just media in general, like, it's a blanket statement for me to say that you need to work harder now. Because there was just less musicians back then, you know? And, like, there was more people, like, oh shit, yeah, I want to manage you right now.
Yeah.
Right. But now there's so many artists, managers like, oh, you want me to manage you, but are you going to actually pay me? There's so many different things. There's so many things you have to go through, like you just need to have a fucking plan. And I feel like people, especially hip hop, people get too ageist, but you don't need to think that way.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, all the rules are broken. Like there's no rules. The only rule is you got to be what's the word? Like inventive. Like you got to be like creative with how you want to move. I at least for me right now, like the way I see it, the way I see hip hop moving, it's going to be about immersive experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be about just, okay, got the record, Spotify, show, tour, merch. Like it's not that anymore. Like It's like, yo, dog, like it's not, oh, I just send my tape to a blog and like hopefully they post it and like people see me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that anymore. It's literally like make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So make your website, have your podcast, tell your story, have your live streaming, have your album, have your merch, like figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
It's like people it's like they want to be sitting next to you at the dinner table.
No, but it's also like, bro, like what the game sells you. And this is what frustrates me is, artists who haven't been in this shit long enough don't know what this shit will do to you, man. It will literally break you. Like, I don't want to sound like the jaded rapper, but I'm the jaded rapper. The shit will destroy you. It'll chew you up and spit you out. And people don't know what they want going into it. It's like college. Like you have to. You'll do best when you know what your end goal is. What you know what I'm saying, and what is success to you.
Yeah.
So, like, really, I mean, if you just want to drop music from your bedroom, there's a success path that happens. There's an end path with that. If you want to be fucking Drake, there's a way you got to go about that. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about what you want, and you got to understand the consequences. People want to jump in the game, don't know the consequences of stuff they do, and then you end up getting caught out there. A la Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's like, damn. Like, could have told you that from the beginning. It's like
everyone was.
They rapped about that. Like if you listen to rap music, the tale is told over and over and over again. And we just get sucked into this like American, like, oh, like the flashy car. It's like I would just want to like have a sign in front of every rap music video, like, disclaimer, this is not fucking real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not, bro. It's not. These are rented cars. These are paid models. These are paid directors. Everybody has gotten paid, and the artist has gotten paid last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you want to do, I'm sure it's dope. But I'm not like you're not fooling me. You know what I'm saying? I'm hip hop, bro. You know what I'm saying? And all my guys are hip hop. We really know this culture in and out. It's like, okay, yeah, you could fool the masses with all that shit, but like, the masses are fickle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So one moment you could be in the mix, and next minute, dog, you could be designer. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
shit.
oh God.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't get in the club no more. That sucks. That sucks. Hurts.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, what are some things that you've learned about your solo career that you can take away from?
No, nothing yet. I haven't really done shit yet. I don't think I've really accomplished. The only thing that I've learned is to be more like a little bit more self-reliant. So like I don't go to studios anymore. Like we used to pay to go to the studio a lot. I don't go to the studio like that no more. I just do that shit at home. And you know what I'm saying? I could sit and smoke as much weed and, indulge in what I want and just make music. I guess also just knowing my lane, like knowing who I am as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, like I said, it just goes back to my last point. Like I am not trying to be Lil Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not gonna make this type of rap and expect to have Lil Uzi success. Like I make this type of rap and I gotta look at other cats in that niche, in that field, and see who's successful and who's doing what in that field, and then apply. You know what I'm saying? It's like I see cats like we got Benny the Butcher and West Side Gun. Boom. That is a perfect example of direct like fan, artist to fan like work, you know what I'm saying? And then also just them staying true, and you know what I'm saying? Now it's like you got all these artists in the game that, you know, the underground shit is all bubbling back up. You know, it's always gonna be there. So for me, it's like, you know, trying to understand that more, understand that world more. Who's the artist? Who are the people I need to be paying attention to? And it's opened up my eyes. It's really just like how much hip hop is very much alive and like, you know, still rocking. Cats still care about lyrics. Cats still care about beats. Cats still care about the culture and bringing like what matters to the spot. You know what I'm saying? Not to knock any of the younger cats or to people doing any of that different type of shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's just, it's dope to see that.
Right. I see a lot of, even back to your interview, you were saying a lot of older artists have always struggled with. It's weird seeing an older artist. You're not even really an older artist.
I'm not.
No, just artists.
But I feel old. But the thing is, they make you feel old. Like when I made the switch, you know, Cass was really like, I'm like, look, this is the type of album I'm making, and this is what I want to do with what I'm doing, and I see it, and it could work. I remember Cass being like, yo, Cypher, that's not gonna sell, B. It's not gonna work, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, like that shit. It's like, man, that shit just drives me so much. It's like, but yeah. So I guess I'm sorry, I kind of got lost.
No worries, man. Like this is
this
is your stage.
The
So I see a lot of artists. They've always said, I'm trying to figure out the way to get out of Seattle, but stay in Seattle.
Oh no. You see, that's, to me, you can't. You have to just get out. I mean, I can't talk because I haven't left yet. But you have to leave. And when you leave, no matter where you go, you drop shit, and you're still getting love from out here. So, you know, there's no reason for all that shit, man. You just gotta leave, unless you can pop from out here like on some Lil Mosey shit, you know.
Do you think Sam LaChild counts as popping from out here? Or do you think one on
I think at one point, look, man, I'm gonna keep it G. Like, I don't think anybody except Macklemore or Lil Mosey pop from out here. You know, it's just mix a lot and shit. Like, it's just depending on your perspective on what is success. Like, Sam LaChild, I'm pretty sure can live off of his music. Like, I'm pretty sure he can pay his rent with music.
Yeah.
So
hopefully.
I know he's been kind of a little bit more in the shadows, I feel like, lately. But
I just see, like, I'm going to be honest, from the outside looking in, it seems like all these older artists are going through fucking shit. Right?
Oh, bro, it's so hard. It's because, dog, it's like you put so much money and effort into the game, and then you just get fucking beat up. But you know what? It's not even. It's you know what it is we came up in an era, bro, where, and that's the thing, is like I was 16, so I was the young cat.
Yeah.
While all the, you know what I'm saying, 29-year-olds were all looking at me like, all right, yeah, like I was watching how they did it, and it's not that way anymore. So like, you can't think like that, and that's hard.
Older people are like
that's
the
hard.
People now.
They're
Holy
hard.
shit.
They're hard. You can't, like, I can't think, like, we came up in an era where it was like, bro, you had to rap, you had to perform, you had to still kind of get it, even though you had like the obvious, like the snap era, whatever. Like, you had all this different type of shit. Out here, bro, it was like you could walk up to a Cypher and someone will destroy your life, make you go home and never want to rap again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, like, it's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, you see all these cats putting all this work, and then you see new cats come in, they get the internet. They get it. We don't get it.
Fuck.
That's the problem.
It's just the internet.
I think it's the internet, and it's also like, bro, okay, here's a hot take for you.
Okay.
This is fucked up. So I think, the heist sent Seattle hip hop back, I feel like 10 years, because we all, like, I feel like the outside world doesn't look at that album or that push like it's real. Like, they don't look at it like it's like, yo, this is some they don't respect Macklemore as a like figure in rap like that. Like I think he has respect in pockets, but it's not like, yo, we can fully respect that dude. I think on a countrywide, we look at him like, yo, that shit was corny. Regardless whether he's corny or not, regardless whether you feel like, I feel like that's the hip hop, like that's the perception. So when it comes to anybody else, like we kind of lied to ourselves out here. And I feel like a lot of cats rode the wave and they tried to, like they saw the door open and it was like we all did was trying to do whatever we could to get there.
Right.
And that shit hurt everybody's music. That shit hurt everybody's thing. And there were some people who had success. And like I said, not to knock the Sam LaChow's, Raz, Nacho, anybody who benefited from that in any way, including myself. You know, I play Key Arena with Mac. But it's... Look at the scene now. It's like it's got a bunch of cats. Everyone's just doing. I'm either doing someone else's style, or
wow. I see that because I've seen that like
you're just doing pop rap shit. Like it's nothing unique.
2010s, it seemed like there was like a huge community of artists that were just all working.
And
together.
we were all different, bro. It was the thing. Is like Macklemore wasn't like Ross Sion. Ross Sion wasn't like Geo. Geo wasn't like Gabe Teodros. Gabe Teodros wasn't like Hella Dope. Hella Dope wasn't like. It was just like too much uniqueness, bro. But it was special because we would all be in the same room. So it was like hood rappers, hipster rappers, and cats like me and Fish who are from the fucking suburbs were able, if you really had skill, it was like respect. You know what I'm saying? And you had people and you had gatekeepers who were, you know, for better or worse, which shut that whack stuff out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now
So where did Macklemore even fit into like this music scene in that era?
Well, from my view, he was always popping. Like he was a little before my era. So Language of My World was like a little bit before my era. But we played at the Versus EP release party. So the first thing that Macklemore really had, like, okay, Other Side, Macklemore, Ryan Lewis, the Versus EP. We played that release party, okay, with a bunch of cats. And it was sold out and it was crazy. So to me, like, he always had that like pull and that like that regional vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like he's popping out here and he could tour like a Greaves or something like that, right? But you're not in the scene. Like I don't think people, at least artist wise in the community, you're not thinking he's doper than Dime Def.
Right.
Like he's not doper than Dissatisfaction. Like he's not doper than Ish. Like you're not doper than Grinch. You know what I'm saying? To me. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's numbers and, you know, yada, yada, yada.
How do you even get all that shit? Like, how did you get Schoolboy Q and all these people on the heist?
Bro, it's because it's money. It's just money and fucking clout shit, man. Huh. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I think, like, you could say that.
How old is Macklemore?
You could say.
Is he like,
he's probably like 35.
Okay.
Because, like, he was 27 when the heist and all that. Like, 27, 28 when, like, Versus EP and all that shit. So that was, like, 8 years ago.
Got it.
So 8 or 9 years ago. So yeah, man, he's like probably like he's vet rap status right now. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. I mean, and this thing, you know, his story. He was like a backpack rapper too. You know what I'm saying? So like, dog, you did all this pop shit. Okay, cool. But I just feel like, you know, really the main impact. All that shit doesn't matter leading up. Like leading up, bro, you're fine. You know what I'm saying? But yo, the way the heist broke through and how it was, I just feel like how it was, like how it splashed back on all the artists here and how it was like, yo, Feeding Frenzy, everybody's trying to get the next, yo, the looks on Seattle. Seattle's about to, they're all coming to A&R. It's like, it fucked the scene up.
But is that Macklemore's fault or is it just like,
I'm not
saying, I'm not even saying you're thinking it's Macklemore's fault.
Yes, it's Macklemore's fault. It is. It is. I don't mean to diss, but it is. It's like, yo, man, you knew what you were doing, bro. You knew what you were doing when you made that album, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew what you were doing when you texted Kendrick and shit. You know what I'm saying? You knew what you were doing. Come on, man. It's just like, dog, when you be on Ellen and shit, like, We know what you. It's just. It's not. It's. Okay. Here's a story. We open at Puyallup State Fair. Kung Fu Grip. We're with XP doing a song. Now, great opportunity. Thank you, Macklemore, for creating an opportunity for us to play at the Puyallup Fair. We're out there. We're rocking. I'll never forget. Like, I like the song ended. I dapped up XP. And I was like, yeah, word up. Shout out to XP. That's my nigga. And it's like, crowd went dead silent. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. That shit felt weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, the people who listen to him, bro, they're not hip hop fans, bro.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're not like the people who validate you they're not coming from the like culture like that. So, like, we got all these people looking for validation from people that ain't even really rocking with the shit we're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a black artist out here, I could never be successful. You have to leave. I could never be successful as a black artist. Homebase could never pop out here because it doesn't relate to white people. Period. It just doesn't.
It's just the city. So like if you like released it and like if Kung Fu Grip started in
Kung Fu Grip should have blown up. Kung Fu Grip should have been bigger than it was. Right. But it's like, I'm not trying to sound bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm really comfortable. Trust me. But I'm just saying, like, Kung Fu Grip can't pop in Seattle because low key it was kind of like, yo, we were like, definitely white folks wasn't trying to hear what we were saying. They liked the show. I think they liked the idea of Kung Fu Grip, but musically it wasn't like, it's not like sticking to us. You know what I'm saying? We feel this. This is representative of us. Because it wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't the scene here, people say it's hip hop though, right?
No, I don't. They think they do. I don't. Like, who says that?
Well, I guess other artists.
What artists?
I don't know. Like,
you know what I'm saying? They don't. They don't. But look, I'll say, I say it, but I know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I know who I'm talking about, not what I'm talking about. It's not to discredit you. But I'm just saying, man, fuck, I always do this, bro. I be talking and just losing my thought. We were talking about Macklemore,
right?
And how it hurt the scene.
So, but do you, what do you think like the main genre?
Oh, hip hop out here. Okay, so look, hip hop out here. It's not viewed in the world. Like, it's not viewed out like we are a hip hop city. We're not a hip hop city. You know what I'm saying? We're a grunge city. We do hip hop now. Hip hop is a focus, but it's not like the world is looking at Seattle like, yo, like this is the hip hop mecca. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was talking about Kung Fu Grip and Homebase and how I feel like white audiences can't connect with certain shit like that. But you look at, if I was to make music for them, per se, like if I was to make a Macklemore type song, I would get more play out here. But I refuse to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I know artists out here who have done that. Black and other races. They make the pop song. And of course it's going to pop out here because that's what the fuck they relate to. You have to bend to the audience.
Wait, how old's Ill Chris?
I think old.
So he wouldn't be.
He's my guy. I'm not hating on Ill Chris. Ill Chris has found a way to be like the freshest nigga ever. So, you know, I think he's kind of an outlier. Like, he's like, bro, like he brings more to the table than just rapping. He like, man, when the rappers come out here, like he shows them where to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he go out to Vegas, like they're tapping in with him. Like, he's doing more than just rapping. He's like connecting pieces. He's doing a lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, oh man, I don't want to like shit on people. But I'm just saying, like, there are certain artists from out here, like Fatal Luciano should be huge. You know what I'm saying? But because of the demographic out here, he'll never be as popular as he should be. Just staying in Seattle.
When you say stay in Seattle, are you talking about like you need the concert venues and like people
No,
to go to shows,
you
or like
you need to go somewhere where hip hop is. You got to go somewhere where where your people are
to get connections though, or what? Because like when
to
you
get fans.
but when you release music now, it's on the internet. It's not like you're like there's a Seattle Spotify, there's not an LA Spotify.
Right,
like,
but you have like when you type in something, or like I'm not gonna go, like if I'm from Seattle, I'm not gonna go on my, I mean maybe you can. I haven't tried this. That's like I said, I'm old. So I haven't like gone in and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this Instagram ad. I'm gonna focus it towards people in Atlanta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people in Atlanta don't fucking know me.
Right.
So it's like I have to do Seattle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, so like I said, these artists, like, I promise you this, Lil Mosey doesn't just go viral and pop overnight. That's all I'm saying.
But he had like a manager or something.
Exactly. You got some extra connections behind. You got some more things that are happening. People working behind the scenes to make this shit happen. It doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? Even though it seems like that, you know what I'm saying, to people on the outside. Even Gab, like I think, bro, Gab had put in so much work before Come Correct. It was like Come Correct was the perfect storm. But like I said, I think she also had someone who was outside of this demographic, who outside of this state's demographic, who had a lot of eyes on her. Blimes already had a lot of eyes on her doing what she was doing, already a dope spitter. She just put oil to fire with that shit, and that shit went. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. Mm-hmm. But like, same thing with like when Nacho popped off. It was like Nacho was with BAYB. He was doing all the more gang shit. But like, it wasn't until he got with Blue Sky Black Death, who was like this production conglomerate to like help push it home, did it go. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have that out here, man, it's hard, bro. It's very hard.
But there's a difference between like societal and cultural. Like, wouldn't you say culturally right now it's cool to be black?
I'm not saying it's not cool to be black.
But like, if people think, people honestly, some people, white people want to be black in a certain extent, right?
Yeah, but they don't want to be black on our terms.
But wouldn't they want to listen to that music?
Okay, that's the thing. The shit that they consider black is what they see on TV.
Oh shit.
So, like, if all they seeing is fucking lean in my cup and Ferraris and bitches, that's what they go want. They want the Kim Kardashian body. Kim Kardashian wants the black woman's body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they don't show the other side of it. They don't show the like negative aspects. They only show the flashiness without any of the drama, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, so if you ain't doing the most ignorant shit out here, or you ain't doing the most inspirational, this is just my heart and soul on the track, you know, it's like people are like, really, I don't know about you out here. You know what I'm saying? There's been a few, like I said, that have been able to transcend that, like Shabazz and D-Sat, Stas, the boss, and stuff like that. And Gab, you know, Jarv D. Like, those people are just incredibly talented musically. So there are people within the music community who are like, I go to bat for them, you know what I'm saying? And they put in so much work over time, and the music has never gotten bad, and they've left. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can sustain. But for like an artist like me who's starting over, it's like really hard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Yeah,
we're getting deep. We're getting heavy.
No, I just think I think
I'm mad. I feel like the scene is hurt right now. We're hurt right now.
Do you think the Seattle sessions will help with that?
The Seattle music session, the ones that Chase Fade was doing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the issue. The camaraderie is not the issue. It's not like, I love Blake Anthony, bro. I love Trey Ross. I love Webb. I love, like, I don't know all these new cats, but like I see him rap. I see him do their thing. Paris Alexa, Travis Thompson. I love these people. We all like, I've seen each other since cats was coming up. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about we love each other. It's about, yo, can we survive off of this? Like, can I survive without you? Can I not ride your wave? Can I ride my own wave? Can I create my own wave? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, Kung Fu Grip, it was like, it felt like, man, we always were just waiting for someone to just be like, bro, we had a killer show, had great music, critically acclaimed music out here and everywhere, and no one will call us to take us on tour?
Right.
Because it's like, you gotta create your own. You know what I'm saying? And that we just never really had our own. We always were doing our thing, and people always respected it. But we didn't have the numbers. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the, yo, man, you selling out your show. And that's something, like I said, like we can get, that's a personal problem kind of. You know, you got to figure out how to get your own. You got to figure out how to get your own shit now. You know, especially now. There's no excuses now.
Wow.
You know, there's no gatekeepers. It's on you. Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Website, podcast, merch, music, whole experience. Bro, do the OnlyFans, bruh. I'm considering it. You know what I'm saying? I'll just post freestyles and feet pics.
But do you think Seattle can have this music scene that everyone wanted?
I mean, depends. Depends on the artist, man. The artist, we run it. We run the shit. So, I mean, I feel like as long as we can, you know, all respectfully have conversations and, you know, be able to talk and figure out how to make it better, you know, I don't know. Like I said, it's really splintered right now. But it could. I think the internet could create, like, you know, I said, I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say. Because the Seattle scene is also outside of here, right? Like, you got Dave B, you got Gifted Gab, you got Nacho, you got Stas in New York, but all those, the former three were all in LA. Like, you got a lot of artists who are just not here either. Who are just doing, it's still Seattle music. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I still expect the the ones who've been doing it to stay doing their hot shit. As far as like the new shit is concerned, you know, I'm sure it's gonna continue doing good because these people, you know. But as far as like it being what it was, where it's like, damn, like it's really a thing, I don't know.
But what can you take away from like a Blake Anthony? It seems like a lot of artists that
that's how I want to do it.
Right.
Like I see his career and I'm like, that's like, I mean, yeah, like we're probably both not like getting the major looks how he should. That he should be getting more looks than he should be getting, but he's still doing great work. He's being smart about his pushes and consistent, and you know what I'm saying? What else can you ask for, man? It's just like I said, like I don't know what he wants, but if that was me and I could sell my records and perform and just do that, like I'm good. Like he's like I said, it's about, for me, I think especially as we get older, I want to see the game start to go more what's the word, like you know what I'm saying, you know, like in the 40s you had like those like underground like bars.
Yeah, see?
You know what I'm saying? What's the password? See?
What are those things called? The old, when you couldn't have alcohol. They were called...
Yeah, the speakeasies. So, like, I feel like I want to see hip-hop go into this, like, speakeasy era. Like, I would love to see Seattle hip-hop. This is the most, I challenge you, Seattle music scene in general. Yo, if we can get on some speakeasy shit, like, shout out to the Vera. This is one place I would not say do that to it. But, like, I feel like... you know, with most venues, it's gonna be hard for us to get in. Like, let's get back on this underground circuit. Like, get us all together. I mean, you know, we might be all be masked up or have be an outside venue or something like that. But like,
there's so much farm. You know what I've been thinking about? There is so much farmland out here in Washington.
Oh yeah.
I just drive past farmland because I'm in Snohomish right now.
Yeah.
And
oh man, it's.
I feel like people should be talking to these farmers and asking how much would it cost to rent out your plot of property for 5 hours to throw an outside festival or something.
Dude, and they love it out there. I remember, man, speaking of Snohomish, man, I used to work on this food truck, right? We went out there, and there's like a country western festival. We're on this food truck, we're at this country western festival, and it was lit, but it was in like someone's backyard. You know what I'm saying?
See, we need shit like that.
Yeah, and it's totally possible, but we just gotta be willing to do that shit. Like, you gotta be like, be creative like that, you know, or you're doing your live stream thing, like whatever. But yeah, man, as far as like creating that like whole community and vibe again, like it's gonna take a lot of work, and it's gonna take a lot of like retraining and like people. I don't want to say retraining, meaning that people's how they're moving is wrong. 'Cause some people are moving in poverty, bro, and they're moving in like, yo, I need to eat for my fam and for myself. So I would never like hate on nobody for signing a deal or doing whatever they making the records they need to make to get to where they need to be. But you know, from my perspective, man, as far as the health of the scene and how it was when I came in, man, I would love to see us get to a place where we're like there again. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like we're all unique and learning off each other, and it's dope. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going anywhere. I want to be here in Seattle. I think it's important to build up a community. That's why I want to have, for real. I don't want to say you're an older artist, but I want to have people like you who have experience in the scene.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's important to build this community where there's so many different opinions, and I feel like for me at least, the podcast is just like phase one of everything I want.
I mean, like like I said, the biggest thing, our biggest problem with the world right now is just, you know, we don't talk enough. You know what I'm saying? Or when we talk, we can't like even if you disagree with some of the points, I feel like I want us to have the conversation so we can come to a better understanding of whatever it is, whatever solution the better world we want to create. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
you know, I feel like, you know, what you doing this, man, that's just what it's creating. You know what I'm saying? It's just conversation. I want to get people thinking. It's not no clout shit. Like, I'm not saying this just to say something provocative. I really feel this way. Like, I really genuinely care about this shit, bro. Like, I've put in my life to this. And that's why I think you see a lot of those older artists jaded and upset or not even upset, but just like, whatever. Because it's like, man, like, we had this vision, like pre-Macklemore, it was like this vision that you could just like be you and do it. And we all got caught up in everybody. No one is excluded. Everybody got caught up in the hype. You know what I'm saying? Instead of living their truth and keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? And until we can get back to keeping it real, because that's what it was, bro. We were out here. It was like damn near rappers were activists, bro. Like straight up. You had like, you know, places like the Vera Project where it was like you saw raw upcoming, yo, this cat is 16, like Kinayata, bro. I gave him his first show here.
Wow.
On this stage. You know what I'm saying? I seen the anniversary. It's like 8 years ago yesterday or something like that. Of the first show, it was the Kung Fu Grip's first headlining show here with Keyboard Kid, Key Nayada, and the homie TG, and Jarv D hosted.
Wow.
And Warsami, who's Dave B's manager, DJ'd the show. And these are all Seattle legends, bro. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like Keyboard Kid, Seattle legend. Key Nayada, Seattle legend. Warsami, Seattle legend. You know what I'm saying? Jarv, it's just like, bro, like, that's what it was then. It's not like that no more.
I just want you guys to hold out and not settle. I feel like I want to help everyone, and I feel like I can.
You are.
But I feel like I feel like these older artists there's so many older artists that are so better, like more talented than a lot of these younger people. I'm just going to be honest, in my opinion, because I love hip hop with all my heart. And I love your guys. Like I'm Bryce Bowden's #1 fan.
Bryce is the bro. Yeah.
But like I'm like literally tomorrow I'm going over to his house just so I can like give him advice on how to do this album release.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can't be like, you put so much time into this. I can't just let you see it. I can't just let you release this.
And that's what we need. We need more people like you that are passionate about the scene, because that's the thing, bro, is when I came into it, like I was you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I was literally you. Like but I was rapping, you know what I'm saying? And so we need people who are in love with the scene, bro. There's no love in the scene no more. There's no love. Not from the new niggas, not from the old cats. There's no love. We're all exhausted. The old cats are exhausted. The new cats are just subverting everything. They're not even, I don't even got to tap in with vitamin D.
Right.
Why would I tap in with a vitamin D?
Yeah.
I'm getting money. So it's like, yo, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there is some game and there is jewels. Like when I came in, bro, I was 16, but the jewels were literally handed down. And I feel like we kind of failed because it was kind of our job to pass it on to the new cats, bro. But it was out of our hands because the internet. It's like once a Lil Mosey type thing happened, it was like, yo, this is completely out of our hands. Bro. Like we can't save this. I seen him
when this 15-year-old kid.
Yeah. Like I remember seeing him outside of Numos. He like came out after doing like a sold out show, like his first like big sold out show in Seattle.
His mom dropped him off.
He was outside, bro, and I went up to him and I was like, yo, what up? Like Greg Cypher, like let's take a pic. And it was just like, bro, we took the pic, and it was just like,
he's like, who are you?
Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know who was who I will show a lot of love to, man? Lil Tracy, bro. His dad is ish, but yo, Lil Tracy, bro. Lil Tracy, man, he's a real one, bro. Like, 'cause he really grew up in the scene too. But he's like a young cat. Like he's like 22 or 23 now. But like he's like a cat who's doing like all like he came up with Lil Peep, for those who don't know Lil Tracy. But like he knew who Rick Rude was. He knew who Rick Reams was. He knew who OC Notes is. He knows who these people are. You know what I'm saying? He's seen it behind. He was there. You know what I'm saying? So he knows. Be like, man, this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's and I'm not saying like I'm shit. I'm really. You don't need to show like Greg Cypher some respect in order to be Seattle hip hop. Matter of fact, I don't want your respect, but I do think that like those things are what help an artist really understand like, okay, how I can move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this, like I said, it'll jerk you, bro. This industry would jerk you out. It would jerk you. I got to a point where I was literally looking in the mirror and I was just like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm over here like dyeing my hair and I'm doing all this for who? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing all this for what? And maybe that's the thing too, is like, I have to recognize that like I look at new artists and I'm like, okay, you know why it works? Because you're being you. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If that's you and that's how you express yourself, it's gonna see that success. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel going into what I'm doing. It's like, because it's so real, it's too like, it's like, dog, you ripped a piece of my flesh. Here's on an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping that is what's gonna set us apart, because nobody can do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I can't do what this cat do. I can't do what, you know, they can't do what I do. I do me. And that's what makes me unique. And that is my selling point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there is somewhere over the rainbow, there is a whole bunch of cats like me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling
There's a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? Even you. Like, I look at you, bro. I literally see myself. Like, I'm like, this is the cat I want to make music for. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like it's kind of, I kind of contradicted myself on that a little bit, but
just the point is just stay hungry. For me, this is what I'm telling you and all older artists. Just stay hungry and don't settle. I feel like people are about to settle.
Well, no, if you know, this is the thing. If you know me, I'm definitely not a settler. I'm far from a settler. But I, you know what I'm saying? I do have a different strategy. So what might seem like settling to you is not settling for me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it just depends. I think, like I said, you gotta look at artist situations and stuff like that. All this shit costs money, bro. It's money on money on money. Sometimes you just want to get your art out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just one of my favorite Shabazz Palace's song, man. It's just another beat. It's like, yo, man, it's just I made one song. Like, I've known Bryce for 10 years. Okay, this dude has made 11 albums.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He will make another album. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Like, with Homebase, like, for about a day, I was really like, damn, nobody cares about my album, man. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, wait, nah, bro. It's just a tape. It's a rap album. Whoever gonna like here, yo, I'm gonna keep pumping it. Whoever likes it is gonna like it. They gonna tap in with it. You know what I'm saying? As long as I keep showing it love and showing that I care. Yeah. And I get back in the studio and do the next one just as hard. Bro, that's all you can do. At the end of the day, man, do you love it? Okay, cool. If you love it, it's gonna be something. There's been tapes where I've literally put in, man, a little bit of effort, and it's like, damn, like that shit really blew. I did not. So whatever you put into it is whatever you're gonna get back. I'm literally struggling going through the mixing of my album right now. And it's like, me and Def are like, it's gotta be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I know, and that shit be pissing me off. Like, I be like at the house like, bro, I'm not doing this another day. Rap the album. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I had to take a step back and be like, that energy that we putting into this right here, that's going to come back tenfold, bro. We going to feel that energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's about caring about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Meet a lot of artists. Oh, I rap. Oh, I make beats. Oh, I do my thing. And you just put songs out on SoundCloud, bro. That doesn't mean you are artist, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. Does not mean you're an artist, bro. I hate a hobby rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me you doing stuff like, you know who you talking to. Like, you talking to me, especially talking to me, bro. Talking about, oh, I want to make an album. I want to do this. We weren't talking about it, bro. I didn't talk about it. Just around the street from here. I mean, I had my first little job, making like $100 a week. I took one of them checks. I went down to Radio Shack. I bought myself a little shit mic, a shit mixer, went home, downloaded Audacity, you know what I'm saying, and figured it out.
Yeah.
And put my album out. You know what I'm saying? And I went from that to being in studios with Elon Wright, to being in studios with, you know, dope ass people, and like at shows, like, damn, like I invested all this time and effort into it. And that's what makes me an artist. So if you're expecting to just, oh yeah, I'm gonna make the album and kick it off, it's like, nah, like what holds a lot of these older artists up is they know the effort it takes to put into a push, bro. It's like, it's a full push.
Yeah.
That shit takes time. Hey, man, I'd rather just chill. Or, man, I'm just gonna make this album and I just wanna put it out. I don't even wanna push. You know what I'm saying? So it's not settling. It's just like, man, this takes a lot. It takes a lot. But as far as over here is concerned, man, I still got maybe like 1 or 2 runs left in me. I got 1 or 2 like, yeah, I'm gonna get gangsta on this run.
Here we go, man.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, thank you. No, you should.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a legend.
Hell yeah. That's how we started the podcast.
You know what I'm saying? No, man, but for real, man, go check out that Homebase. Third Stone is coming soon. I spent literally like all of December in the studio. So I've been chilling since then. I finished like 4 EPs, and now I'm at a place where I'm like, I don't like half the shit on those EPs. So now I'm like back to breaking it down. I'm like in the studio again. I'm working on all this shit. But I'm going to have like a bunch of new projects coming out this year. I'm going to definitely have Third Stone by July. And like I said, there's going to be a bunch of stuff that's coming with that. And then,
and you made a new friend, Blake NAST Burton.
Bro, you need to tap in with me, bro. I'm rocking with you, man. I'm saying, bro, we need to do like
let's put on a mixtape, man.
Shoot, you spit, bro?
No, I cannot at all.
You can't rap at all?
No,
I have a hard time believing that.
No, that's the good thing. That's what I like about myself, is that I'm honest. That I can't.
Hey yo, my man, yo, we did the 330-second beat. 3 beats for 30 seconds. I need to freestyle of my man up here, bro. Yo, man, put me on the spot. Maybe spit the worst freestyle I ever spit in my life. Nah, bro. No, I really respect what you're doing with the podcast. Especially, you know what? That's why I'd say that too. Just to throw something back at you too, man. I appreciate you staying local and showing light on artists like myself, because we need it. But also, just keep getting those big interviews. Keep tapping in with Dells and keep tapping in with those other cats, because we need to hear them too. Yeah. We need to hear their knowledge and their gems. That's one of my favorite things. I saw you, you interviewed Jasmine Lee.
Yeah.
Yo, how was that? I keep looking at the interview like I want to listen to it.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, like I really plan out everything I'm doing. Like everything takes time. I think some people like expect just because you have some big person on that you're gonna blow up overnight. It doesn't work like that. Well,
no, but
I definitely.
It's about the gems, man. It's about the gems. I'm a big fan of that People's Party podcast.
Yeah, dude, you know what happened? This is the most petty thing. One of the most petty things I've done. It's not even that petty. So basically, I reached out to Macklemore's team. This is gonna be the last story, and then we gotta get out here.
Okay, yep.
So when I first started my podcast, I was working at 92.5. Okay.
Moving 92.5.
Yes. And I got hired by them while I was still in high school. So I was like, oh shit, I am the shit.
What were you doing?
I was in the promotions department. So I'd go to events and promote their station, things like that. It was fun.
You were like 16 doing that shit?
I was senior year of high school. I had just got, but the crazy thing was I had just got into like radio in my high school. Mm-hmm. So within like, even before the year was up, I was already hired at a radio station.
Yeah.
It was nuts. So anyways, I was like, you know what? I just started the podcast. The first person I need to get on the podcast is Macklemore. One of the first people I hear back from is Macklemore. Okay. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, hey there, my name is Blake. I work at 92.5. Can I have an interview? And he's like, oh, like the team was like, oh shit, you work at 92.5, huh? So they're like, this was like a year ago. So they were doing the residency. You know what that is?
Of course.
They were having like a residency concert. So like, if you push these tickets at the for the residency, we'll set up an interview with you. I was like, oh shit. So I have Macklemore's team reach out to this station, and I was the person that got it all set up. They sold all their tickets from the station, and then they just didn't respond to me. After I got them that station connect, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Okay.
Macklemore, 10 years, you pushed us back.
So then, when the pandemic started,
he's gonna hate me after this. He's gonna be like, I don't know who, Greg Cypher, who? Fuck that kid.
Blake NAST, who?
Oh no.
So over the beginning of the pandemic, I reached out again. Every single time I've reached out to his team, they've always gone back to me too. It's not like it's weird. So anyways, beginning of the pandemic, I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I know everyone's kind of just cooped up in the house. I would love to have Macklemore on the podcast. They're like, oh, Macklemore's busy right now. I was like, okay. And then
golfing.
Then things started opening up. Whenever the Jasmine Lee interview, that was like a month or two ago. Slowly things start opening up a little bit more. I see Macklemore is like doing these press tour runs because he just connect with a new golf brand and all that stuff, right? So I reached back out and I was like, I see Macklemore is starting to do press again. Can I do an interview? And they're like, oh, sorry, Macklemore's busy. 3 days later, he's on the People's Party. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? You just said that he can't do anything.
And you gotta realize those interviews are pre-recorded.
Right.
But also, man.
So I was
that interview infuriated me. That was a tough one for me to swallow.
But it was what I was really was Macklemore's cool, I guess. I never want to shit on anyone, but anyways, what I thought was weird was how Talib Kweli was like fanboying over.
He
Macklemore.
Was fanboy. I hated it. I hated the interview. I love you, Talib, and I love Jasmine Lee, and I love the platform, man. But yo, that interview had me bugging because he took him on tour.
Yeah,
Mac took Talib on tour.
That was about it, though.
That was about it. But it was his first, probably like big arena.
Yeah,
man, Macklemore was doing arenas, like dog 16. You don't know what it feels like walking out on stage and there's 16,000 people out there screaming your name. It's an amazing feeling. But the thing is, like, that's what I mean, bro. Yeah. You're out there, Talib Kweli, you're getting booed at some of these shows. Chance the Rapper's getting booed because these fans aren't hip hop fans.
Right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's that's Seattle. That's Seattle. That's reality. That's Seattle.
So I fucking was like, okay, you guys are gonna interview Macklemore. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I can just get one of them on, and that'll
Jasmine Lee.
That'll hold me over for right now, at least.
my funny, beautiful co-host, Jasmine Lee.
So I got her on the podcast, and that was about it. But it all stemmed because Macklemore wouldn't let me interview him. So I was like, what? Fuck it. This is the last podcast he just did.
He's gonna be calling you. He's gonna be calling you for his next album. You just keep rocking, bro. Just keep doing your thing, bro. He gonna call you, bro. For real, man. That's how it works in the city, bro.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep pumping, keep doing your thing, keep contributing, bro. We need it. Thank you so much for having me on too, bro.
Oh yeah. And what is the easiest way for people to reach you?
Man, I haven't been on social media lately, but Instagram, anything is AKA Greg Scott Cypher, AKA Greg Cypher, Greg Cypher on Twitter, AKA Greg Cypher on Twitter, and AKA Greg Scott Cypher on Instagram. You can look me up, Greg Cypher, on Bandcamp, Spotify, all that stuff. Yeah, man.
There we go. This is the NAST podcast with
Greg Cypher. Yo, the legend, nigga.
There we go.